Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Yes.
Yes. Stop persecuting him. Look at all these witch hunts where juries found against him and he had to pay millions and millions multiple times. It's a coordinated witch hunt by reality itself to hold him accountable for stuff he said and did. It's wrong.
By the way, you said the League of Shows condemns all unfair comparisons to CNN's town hall. Yeah, we've been obviously talking about it all week as well. I guess the bigger layer of disgrace is that they obviously caved to his demand that they all be Trump supporters in the audience. So, to have these hooting morons laughing at jokes was, I guess, just the, orange
Remember
icing.
when CNN did that for Bernie and Liz Warren, only their fans in the giant town hall? Yeah, what a time. Look, this is, what can you say? CNN licked Trump's boots.
Yes.
And every few years, CNN does this. They try to chase the Fox audience. They've done it many times. MSNBC began very conservative. News Nation right now is beginning very conservative. That's how you start. You chase that audience, and then you try to refine it as the years go by. But every time CNN tries to do this, it always fails. It never works. And whatever Chris Licht thinks he's going to achieve ratings-wise from this one night, it's not going to happen. All that happened is that Caitlin Collins should fire her agent. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And by the
They
way,
handed
thank you
Trump a
for
win.
again commenting that Ashley Babbitt is dead because of Trump's lies. I mean, obviously he defamed a bunch of people, including, the Capitol Police officer who had to shoot her, called him a thug,
yeah.
right?
Have you ever heard them call a white person a thug? Megyn Kelly, Donald Trump, do they ever use that word for a Caucasian? I've never heard it.
Yeah. No, exactly. Oh, speaking of Caucasians, you said Tommy Tuberville is so stupid that Pace tells its kids not to eat him.
Yeah, what a week. Oh, guys, if dumb were hair, he'd be a Wookiee. And this is what we're up against. Honestly, do these people think that having Trump as their nominee after Roe v. Wade was gutted is going to be a good idea? Do they really? I mean, they're
and just the laughing at sexual assault. I'm like, did none of them have sisters, mothers, wives? I mean, you tweeted again. Donald Trump is Jesus to followers of Jesus who know absolutely nothing about Jesus.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's damn true. I'll have this argument with anyone. There is no Christian justification for supporting Jesus or the Republican Party. I'm sorry. If going by the Bible, you cannot be a follower of Jesus and a follower of Trump at the same time unless you've read neither of their damn books. It doesn't work. You can't. And I'm so tired of the Democrats allowing this and never pushing back because that's their camouflage. This faux piety that needs to be called. Jesus teaches us how to call out the fake pious people.
Yeah. And I'm so with you on that. I was walking my dogs, Bonnie and Clyde, with my friend Marcia and her dog. And she actually saw me bend over and pull crusted poop out of Clyde's butthole. And
oh, God.
Yeah. She's like,
no,
you're going to wash your hands, right? I was like, no, why?
Wow. That's love, Stephanie. That's love. And that's
but no, I related to your tweet. Because,
that's the political analysis I come to this show for, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
I thank you for that. I've been there myself. Have you had to use scissors yet? That's a good time.
Yes, when it's bad.
There you go.
Yeah, there's diarrhea.
We're talking about love here, people. It's the love we have for America. Liberals are willing to get their hands dirty to remove the nastiness.
And you are made of pure love, because I think you've said you have, on certain days, gotten the poop of all 3 different species on you, haven't you?
Yes, on a good day, raising a dog, a child, and a cat in a Manhattan apartment. On a good day, you get to touch the feces of 3 different species. That's where we're at right now.
Also, baby children produce a lot of different kinds of fluids.
Yes.
God.
Oh, those little germ buckets. Let's talk about them. Yeah, those privileges. Forget about it.
Someone, I think, compared the town hall to CNN letting a rabid animal spew feces all over them.
There's so much that was wrong with it. And, I did feel bad for Caitlin Collins a few times because she got intimidated by the room. She could have realized any time that she was playing to the bigger crowd. She forgot that she was playing to the big audience on the camera. Yeah. And she could have owned the camera. She had the control room on her side. She could have steered it. But she got intimidated because Trump was playing to the room he was in.
Yeah.
Let's just say a different man or woman in the interviewer position might have been able to take advantage of the fact that, Trump has the room, but I've got the folks at home. That didn't happen. It was just Trump had his way with the network, and I can guarantee it's not a good look for Chris Licht.
Yeah, I'll say. Interesting. We're out here in California, as you know. You tweeted unpopular opinion. I've criticized Dianne Feinstein many times. If she resigns, GOP's on Judiciary Committee would never seat a replacement. Her return is the only way judges will be confirmed. Maybe it's not elder abuse. Maybe an 89-year-old woman has agency and wants to be there. This is just a tough. This is a tough. I mean, because again, I don't agree with her politically on it, everything either. But she's certainly had a long, distinguished career, and it is just, it's a little heartbreaking how it's ending. And I just am. I know the story yesterday was that she confused Raphael Warnock and Tim Scott when a couple of years ago. Which I don't know. Yeah, but go ahead.
I mean, look. Yes, she's slipping mentally. Yes, she has a disability. Yes. She looks like something worse than shingles happened to her while she was away. Yes, she has been a very contradictory senator. She has had a great record on LGBTQ issues since before it got trendy. She voted for the Iraq War, voted for Bush's tax cuts for the wealthy. She has a long list of really questionably corrupt stock trades between her and her husband. We could talk all day about the things we don't like about her, but here's what I'll say. There is no reason to believe that these Republicans would ever allow a replacement to be seated on the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah.
Joe Biden has actually, for all of the Democrats freaking out about this, Joe Biden's already approved more judges at this point in his first term than either Obama or Trump at this point in their first terms. Joe Biden has already put more black women as judges on the circuit court than every previous president combined. So it's not like no judges have gotten through so far, okay? But I have really come to believe that if Feinstein were to resign, as so many liberals want her to do, and Gavin Newsom appoints a replacement, that the Republicans would filibuster that replacement, or anyone Schumer gave be put on the committee because they don't want to approve more judges. Well, I've racked my brains. The only safe way for Biden's judges to get approved is for Senator Feinstein to return to work and be able to just say yay or nay.
Yeah. And John, I think she is.
And I think she's 89, but I think she knows what she's doing. Yeah. I think it's not her staff manipulating her. I think she's making the choice herself, and I respect it.
She is really good on the issues, I guess, that I think are most critical, like gun safety, as you mentioned, women's choice, LGBT rights. I mean, it's just all of the things that are really under fascist assault right now. So, it's.
But I do believe she's there. Not because she necessarily is loving it. I think she's there out of a sense of service. I think she knows what she's doing. Yes, she has disabilities. Yes, she's having mental slips, but she knows what her job is and she knows why she's there. And I think that we all have to be very mindful of ageism. It's the one ism that liberals and conservatives both fall prey to. And while I don't like a lot of what she's done, like I said, I deeply respect that she's doing this because I'd rather not wait for a Republican to start filling all the vacant judge seats. Yeah.
No, you're right. It's a practical thing as well. Do you think Trump is going to enjoy comedy traffic's judge school that he's being forced to go to for the hush money trial?
Oh, man. Let me tell you, between that and then Alvin Bragg taking down the subway strangler in 1 week, it's making me a bit more proud to be a New Yorker. Look, all I care about with Trump is that we finally have it. We're on the verge of finally, for the first time in American history, seeing one man lose the popular vote for a third time. It's never happened. But after Roe v. Wade being gutted, he will never be president again. I could be wrong, of course. I could be wrong. But do you think he's more popular now than he was on January 6, 2021? Yeah. Do you think the majority of Americans liked what they saw? The worst thing that happened was when Anderson Cooper came out. And I got no beef with him. He's done my show. I've worked with him before. But he said,
me too.
Like it or not, half of America feels this way. And I'm like,
no, not half.
The Republican Party is 28% of the population. Yeah. Half of America is not a Trumper.
Republicans say they won't cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. But can honest, hard-working middle-class Americans really believe what these politicians say? Republicans said they wouldn't overturn Roe v. Wade. Here's what Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Coney Barrett said during their Senate confirmation hearings.
Roe v. Wade, it is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. A good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court.
Roe v. Wade, it's settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court.
Roe is not a super precedent, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Well, we saw how that turned out. They played us for fools. Tell your elected officials to keep their hands off of our Social Security and health care benefits. Fool me once. Let Majority Rule was responsible for this message. LetMajorityRule.org is a project of the Marvin Lucas Super PAC, which is responsible for and paid for this ad and is not affiliated with or authorized by any political campaign or candidate or candidates committee.